Constitution clearly states that Nigeria is a secular state. In a secular state, the government should not favor some practitioners of some religions against and discriminate against others. We have been very badly discriminated against, and I hope the government of President Jonathan, who happens to be an intellectual in his own right, who should know much better, he really ought to do something about this before the conference is over. The conference will not be the only thing that Nigerians will do together or that government will call upon religious leaders to do. There is also a committee of the federal government in which only the Christians and the Muslims participate. We don't know why this is the case. Everybody knows that there are millions of Nigerians who practice our indigenous beliefs. These indigenous beliefs have been there thousands or millions of years ago, before Christ. Why we are no longer suddenly not included or recognized, only the federal government knows the answers. And it is a horrible thing. And if this is supposed to be, secondly, if this is supposed to be a democracy, nobody should be excluded.
We want to look at the statistics right now. How many people in Nigeria practices
the majority? They are in the majority. You know why? There are all sorts of false figures that the Christians and Muslims put out. How do you, what's the standard? How do you count the Christians in this country, for example? Do you count them by the number of people who go to church? Or if you go to each church and you ask each church to send you the number of people who worship there? That will be false, because the same people come to me. Today, Saturday, tomorrow, when they go to church, many of them, before even they go to church, they are here. And when they come back, they are here. Our Egungun festival will soon begin. Oh, hundreds of people will follow an Egungun. Half of them are Christians and Muslims. So, what is the right that a Christian or a Muslim has to count the people who frequent their own houses of worship that I don't have? To count those same people as members of my own, yes. It's more than the Confab. There has always been, since colonial times, an abiding kind of discrimination against indigenous worshippers in this country. We can multiply examples of where that kind of discrimination can be found. They may think it will be a threat, but it is not a threat, because we don't depend on government. We don't take grants from them. We don't need anything from them to continue to practice the faith of our ancestors. There's nothing, they cannot pass a law in parliament to say that we should not do our, whatever we are doing in our various houses of worship anymore. But the problem is that what is the validity of that kind of confab in which a big chunk of the Nigerian populace is excluded? We were here before Islam came into this country, and we are here before Christianity, which even came less than 200 years ago. We've been here, for a very long time, since the foundation of the different cultures of Nigeria. One thing that you may not know is that in the northwest and northeast of Nigeria, where Islam is very strong, there are millions of people who practice indigenous religion. So I wonder why the government is not aware of this and why they think they can just exclude any part of the Nigerian population from such a very important conference. You can almost say that such a conference is null and void from the beginning. So what is going to happen? Say, for example, if they want to send the whatever are the findings or conclusions or any paper that emanates from the conference, they may want to send it to a referendum. So are we, the indigenous people, not supposed to vote? Well, pastors or malams, they come here and they visit some of my friends in this town, in Ibadan, elsewhere. But they are our own children, and we don't see anything wrong in that. If they have a problem and they want us to solve the problem for them, why not?
Do you mean it is possible to combine Bible and Ifa to solve a problem?
That's not my own problem. I don't do like that. But if anybody comes to me, say for example, maybe a child of that family is sick. Maybe they've tried everything by way of Western medicine, or they went for prayers in churches and it hasn't helped. If they come to me, am I going to say, no, you are not you don't practice my religion, I don't want you here? How can I say that? If there's something I know I can do, I will.
And you have been solving problems for them?
Oh, like that, since a very long time. Everybody knows that.